Tonight, the AWF Commonwealth Champion, Powerhouse Theo, puts the title on the line against the United Kingdom Adam Danzig. This is the Australasian Wrestling Federation! From the PCYC in Mount Druitt, this is AWF Breakout and welcome to the DDD presentation. Now let's take you down to ringside and to Kieran Burns, our host.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fans of the AWF. How are we this evening? Come on, make some noise for me this evening. How are we? Welcome you to the Mount Druitt PCYC this evening for AWF's Breakout Tour 2009. We thank you for coming along and here and joining us here this evening at the Mount Druitt PCYC. I'm Kieran Burns, DRUITT professional wrestling here at the AWF, and we thank you for once again supporting Australian wrestling and coming along here to catch some hard-hitting AWF wrestling action. We're hoping to put on one hell of a show here for you this evening in our continuing Breakout Tour for 2009. We've seen some of the best rise up in the AWF rings over the last few months, and this evening will be absolutely no exception whatsoever. We have one huge card for you with 7 big matches, but before I go to explaining about those matches, I will actually get my co-host here this evening to come out and join me. She is the heart and soul of the Detonation crew. Let's get her out here. Bombshell Bo!
Bombshell Bo, recently injured and unable to compete here this evening, is taking the position of co-host alongside Kieran Burns. A lot of rivalry between Bo and Harley Wonderland, who will be in action later on.
Thank you for that applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to be here. Yes, I'm Bombshell Bo. As you can all see, I'm a bit injured at the moment, so I'm afraid I won't be wrestling tonight. But don't worry, I'm not the man, and I just wanted to say that I'm here tonight to see you people because you're my favourite people in the world. I'm also here to celebrate, to help, encourage my team, Detonation Crew. And as Kieran was saying before, we've got some great matches tonight. One of which I'd like to mention is our 6-man tag, where we'll see the Gospel Giddy-Ups team up with Iron Jane in a Feed the Freak show.
That match is going to be awesome.
We've also got another great match. It's our round 1 bout in the Australasian Championship tournament. In recent times, unfortunately, our former champion TNT has had to relinquish his title due to an injury. So it's a bit sad, so we're taking on, it's I'm a bit tongue-tied. It's my first time. We've also got another great match tonight. Our main event, we're going to see the Polly Adam Danzig take on our Commonwealth champion, Powerhouse Theo. So as I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to shout out loud, show your support for the people you love and boo at the people you hate, okay? It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you very much, Bombshell Bo. I'll hand that right back to you there. Without further ado, we'll get this show underway, but before we do, I would like to introduce to the ring AWF official, Referee Shane.
The referee is just as essential in a match as the wrestlers. Good to see the referees are ready to go.
This first matchup is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing to the ring, weighing at 105 kilos, hailing from Star City, this is Rockefeller.
For the interstate fans, Star City is the home of one of Australia's biggest casinos. And when you look at Rockefeller, all you do is think bling. He wears gold around his neck, woven into his tights, and he has the attitude of a billionaire. But can he perform? Rockefeller doesn't have a scheduled opponent on my sheet here, so hopefully Rockefeller will explain exactly what is going on. This should be interesting.
Mount DRUITT! Please take a moment to acquaint yourselves with all the pomp and pageantry that is Rockefeller. Suck it in. Now my time is precious, so I'm going to keep this short. I'm out here for 2 reasons. Reason number 1. Rockefeller is a businessman. And if you cost me something, that means you owe me something. And as far as I'm concerned, the AWF has cost me something. Give me a minute. What they cost me is my respect. Where's my respect? Why am I the first man out on this show when I'm clearly the most talented? Why am I receiving such a lackluster response from all you people? So I've decided the best way to remedy this, the trendy thing to do in the AWF, I'm going to form a group. Better yet, an insurance policy, if you will. And like it or lump it, the AWF can't do anything about it. Number 2. Reason number 2. Stick with me. Reason number 2, I've decided also that I want to be on this card tonight. I'm here. Clearly, you're all here. You paid to see me. The problem is, I don't have an opponent. I haven't been put on this card, so that's what I need. So I'm putting it out there. Where is my opponent? Who wants to step in here and take a shot at Rockefeller? Is it going to be you? You're in the red band now. It's going to be you. Up here. Don't get up. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Look at this. Keep down.
Rockefeller asking the crowd.
I think, obviously there's no one in the crowd. I saw some trainees around somewhere. If they want to shop, feel free to come out and show me what you got. Please, somebody.
He's so desperate, he's even asking the trainees.
Give me what I want. I'm waiting. Anybody? Seriously, I'll take anyone. Kieran, you want to jump in, like, we can go. It's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and towards, here's one of your trainees,
Well, this is unexpected. This is Grant Lindstrom, who made his debut in Parramatta, unfortunately falling to Adam Hoffman, and he has accepted Rockefeller's open challenge. This is going to be a major move for Lindstrom if he can pull off this victory. He's a rookie in AWF, but he is looking to put his mark on the Federation. And the bell sounds and we are officially underway. Match number 1 of the Mount DRUITT Breakout. Rockefeller versus newcomer Grant Lindstrom. Goes straight in for the tie-up. And the power of Rockefeller is shown as Lindstrom is throwing backwards, bouncing off the ring ropes. you hit those ring ropes, you have a sort of a whiplash effect. As Lindstrom looks to gain the support of the small but rather active crowd. The muscles are straining, however, Rockefeller is able to get the neck lock in. Off the ropes, Lindstrom able to push him off, but there's a shoulder charge. Off the ropes once again, a bit of a duck from Lindstrom. Up and over, going airborne, hip toss, and Rockefeller is thrown across twice. Lindstrom impressive in the opening seconds of this matchup. Rockefeller not entirely sure what's happened as he is slammed down onto the mat. Lindstrom impressive in the opening move set as he picks Rockefeller up and puts him in the corner. We're going to this middle rope, and this could only mean the 10 punch. Crowd counting along as well. One more for good luck as Rockefeller is escaping the ring underneath the bottom rope, trying to regain a foothold, clear the cobwebs caused by the 10 punch, but Lindstrom is right onto Rockefeller as Rockefeller meets the side of the ring. Not a meeting he really wanted to have, especially this early in the match. This could be over early as the referee counts. Lindstrom's back in the ring. Rockefeller needs to take a breather against the side as he is ready to come back in. I think maybe he's a bit reluctant because the referee was approaching 10, but it was just enough to allow Rockefeller to pick Lindstrom up. And this is not good for Lindstrom as he is power slammed down onto the mat and into one of the harder parts of the ring. Pin cover, but he's got the ropes and a kick out. Lindstrom lives to fight another day as Rockefeller brings him up. Rockefeller, I have noticed, is not a very happy person. He feels he has been screwed by AWF, and he is looking to take out all his frustrations on anybody who dares to step in his path. As Lindstrom is rolled to the side of the ring as he hangs over the apron, Rockefeller lining him up. And there's the thigh to the side of the head. Not only does it create a popping sensation within the ear, but it also sends shivers down the jaw. And if that didn't knock the jaw out, nothing will. As a boot to the face from Rockefeller sends Lindstrom back into the corner where Rockefeller can have his way with the rookie. Flair style chops put Lindstrom in his place. He is unable to escape. Referee pleads with Rockefeller to get him out of the corner, which he does, but into the other end, Lindstrom's up and over. Here comes the roll-up. The referee counts, but Rockefeller kicks out. That was a close one, courtesy of Lindstrom. And now Lindstrom does what he does best, run into Rockefeller. Pin cover by Rockefeller. Dead center of the ring. There are no ropes to grab onto in the dead center of the ring, meaning it will be harder for Lindstrom to grab the ropes to break the hold. Submission move with the arm going around underneath the chin, putting all the pressure on the windpipe. But there's the ring rope. Lindstrom was able to squirm his way around just enough to get hold of a ring rope. And Rockefeller is getting angry as he goes up and down. No way to escape that slam. And we are once again in the center of the ring. Rockefeller going for the pin cover. There's the 2, but no, Lindstrom kicks out after 2. So close. Kick to the midsection. A kick across the throat. And there's an enziguri. Rockefeller once again going into the cover, but Lindstrom kicks out. The enziguri kick definitely makes you see stars, especially on the impact point as it hits the base of the brain. enough to send anyone loose. I've suffered from an enziguri kick and it's not enjoyable, I can tell you that. Rockefeller seems to be concentrating on the back of the neck, but Lindstrom kicks out with an atomic drop. Off the rope. Oh, big boot to the face. The cartoon birdies have taken off. As all Lindstrom can do is look towards the heavens, and he kicked out. Way to go. He's actually holding his own against Rockefeller, which is awesome to see. They look sort of like closed fists. The referee is letting it go. Oh, Rockefeller just puts. Oh, Lindstrom's up! Lindstrom's up, and with a great spinning clothesline, he caught Rockefeller off guard. And now all Lindstrom has to do is capitalize. He's calling for crowd support. He's rolling towards the ring to try and get himself back up. The fact that Lindstrom is not straight back up means that he was running on instinct. The referee is counting.
7.
Lindstrom's up, but only just. Rockefeller's up. Rockefeller scanning the neighborhood to see where everyone's at. As they both charge, Rockefeller was able to get with the power clothesline. And now an elbow to the face. They're just swapping moves. One gets one in, the other gets a punch in. Swapping between the two as Lindstrom looks for a bit more crowd support. He's going. What's he going for? Oh, face to the canvas. Cover. And a kick out by Rockefeller. Great comeback there from Lindstrom, but it wasn't quite enough to put Rockefeller away. Rockefeller meets the top rope. Where's Lindstrom going now? He's going at least to the second rope. Wow, what a move! Forcing the head and neck downwards, forcing the ring rope to act as a slingshot, throwing Rockefeller back into the ring. That's a double impacted move as the rope makes contact with the front of the neck and the canvas hits the back of the neck. Very intriguing and interesting ways of using the ring as a weapon we have seen here so far. We're only 20 minutes in. Rockefeller with the spinning slam. Rockefeller just rocked the world of Lindstrom. Cover and a kick out. Referee says 2. Lindstrom kicks out. Way to go. This has been an awesome match so far. And the best is yet to come. And Lindstrom with the cover now. Counted. But once again another 2 count. Both men desperate to win. Rockefeller with something to prove. Lindstrom trying to make his mark. And there's the bottom out. The bottom out by Lindstrom. And a kick out by Rockefeller. So close yet so far. The frustration beginning to build on Lindstrom's face. Lindstrom over into the far corner now. He's going up. He's going airborne. He's going for the splash. Lindstrom goes and misses. Rockefeller rolls out of the way. And Rockefeller says that's it. As Lindstrom goes up and goes down. Cover 2, and that's it.
Introducing first to the ring, hailing from Penrith, weighing at 110 kilos. He's a former AWF Australasian Heavyweight Champion. This is Dean Draven.
Dean Draven, a former AWF champion, making his return here tonight in Mount Druitt. He's not a very friendly fellow, but he has it where it counts. Now he'll get much sympathy from the crowd if he's beaten tonight after calling the entire crowd an idiot. And there's one of the runners of the fan side getting into the face of Draven as we get ready for match number 2 of the Mount Druitt Breakout.
His opponent, hailing from Aruba, weighing 102 kilos, this is Space Boy!
Definitely a crowd favourite as Space Boy makes his way to ringside. At the Parramatta Breakout, Space Boy went up against Powerhouse Theo for the Commonwealth Championship. Unfortunately, he was not successful. He looks to start making his way back up the contendership ladder, starting here with the former AWF champion. Referee now checking to make sure that both superstars are clean and no secret weapons hidden in tights or knee pads or elbow pads.
Ring the bell. Check it.
As the bell sounds, we are underway. Space Boy says, hey, did you check that guy? Dean Draven, not a very nice guy, but referee checks Space Boy again and says, let's get it on. Dean Draven versus Space Boy. You get very confident when your own theme song has your name in it. Just ask Dexter. Anyway, back to AWF matters. We've just got a bit of a stare down here. Both superstars yet to make contact with each other. It definitely sounds like that Space Boy is the crowd favourite as we finally lock up in the centre of the ring. And Draven are automatically around to the back, but they keep switching positions. These two are veterans in AWF, and they pretty much know exactly how to deal with each other. As Draven now rolls outside of the ring after escaping the power of Space Boy. Draven not entirely sure what to do here.
Get in the ring.
I'll get in the ring when I'm ready, so shut up.
Nothing like yelling at the ref when you can't get your own way. Space Boy currently holding the high ground. Draven has a 10 count to work with to get back into the ring. We're up to 5. He's halfway there. If he didn't get back in by the time he counted to 10, he would have been counted out on the big on the Space Boy with a kick to the midsection. And a powerful blow to the side and the back of the head from Draven. As the former AWF champion looks to put Space Boy out of orbit. Good chop there to the chest. Another chop forcing Space Boy back. His tights look a lot like a kid's bedroom curtain. And here goes the first cover. Draven almost getting the 3 count, but Space Boy picking out after 2.
You can't count.
Slowly pulling Space Boy back up. Space Boy's a bit wonky on his feet. He needs to adjust the stabilizers. Pin cover out of the suplex. Draven so far being the only one to attempt a pinfall in this matchup. And around and over again, this looks like a submission move as the leg hooks around the neck. Referee, the Ranger ref, looking to find out whether Space Boy wants to submit as Draven using his legs to lock the neck. Hang on, what have we got there? That referee just told us, told Draven to break it. I think Space Boy got the access to the ropes. Couldn't quite see from this vantage point. Space Boy off the ground again and across the knee. Another pin cover straight away. That move, that back breaker across the knee, will send shivers up the spine. Pins and needles up to the base of the neck. Space Boy was able to capitalize. Here comes the roller. Pin cover. No. What's he gonna do? He's got Draven in a position where it looks like he's trying to get over, but Draven too strong. Space Boy seeing stars, especially after that powerful clothesline from Draven. Draven's decided he's going to take a bit of a breather as Space Boy is crumpled in the middle of the ring in pain, clutching the back of his neck. Definitely a symptom of the head hitting the canvas, back of the head hitting the canvas. As Space Boy now tries to get back to his feet. The only way he could do that was by trapping himself between Draven and the turnbuckle. Draven whipping across the ring. Space Boy ducks and is able to counter, throw it into the ring, and Space Boy has now grabbed Draven's arm and is applying the pressure to the elbow and the shoulder. Looks like he's gone for a type of suplex maneuver, but he's not quite able to get it up. So what's he going to do instead? He's just gone for the butt bump. Pin cover. Draven now being manhandled by Space Boy, who has just rocketed into power in this match. Off the ropes once again. Draven ducks and he's around behind, and he sweeps Space Boy off his feet and back into the submission maneuver. Look at the legs wrapped around Space Boy's head, while the arm is being contorted into a position that it is not meant to be. Focusing on the neck and shoulder, Space Boy being released, and his first instinct is to grab the rope. Both men slowly getting back to their feet. A half-hearted push, but a full-hearted slap. Across the ring goes Space Boy, and it's almost a standstill tackle. Who's in control here? Draven up, and Space Boy countered, but he was too close to the ropes to score the pinfall. Both these superstars seem very evenly matched, exchanging blows and moves, countering each other, and Draven not in the best position as he is put down on the mat, but kicks out even before the 1 count. That's very good ring presence by the veteran and former AWF champion. He knows every inch of the AWF ring, and Space Boy with a running clothesline. A second running clothesline from Space Boy. Warp speed, says Space Boy. Pin cover, but Draven kicks out again. That's how you go from warp drive to 0. And now Draven is now up on the... Well, he was up on the shoulders. He's countered! Suplex! Space Boy was thrown into orbit with the suplex. And the referee has started counting. This is anyone's match at this time. Draven, Space Boy. Both men down on the mat. Space Boy is the first to move, trying to launch himself off the pad and back into orbit. Draven trying to get the cobwebs out of his head. He just needs one power move, and he has it, but Space Boy is saying, and Space Boy with the Space Boy slam 2. Draven kicks out. Draven kicked out. I thought that was the end.
That's it.
So close. Space Boy has one more thing he can try as he goes up on the shoulders. Draven trying to kick out. We're going to go for the deep impact. Pin cover. And lying in his own crater, Draven unable to kick out. Space Boy pulling out the most impressive victory I have ever seen him do against the former AWF champion. Space Boy superior as we see once again Draven dropped into the deep impact, which he is unable to kick out of except after the 3 count, but it was still too late. And here's the wide shot. Check out the crater of the ring left as the deep impact connects.
Now it's time for the third preliminary match in round 1 of the Australasian Championship Tournament. Awesome. The winner will go on to face Mick Moretti in round 2, who has already defeated Rockefeller. Yeah. Honey Jay has also moved to round 2 when he defeated Jay Law last week. Now it's time to see which of the big men of the AWF have the guts, literally, to take the next step in becoming the Australasian champion.
This next matchup is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the ring, weighing in 165 kilos, hailing from Parramatta and representing the Freak Show. This is Massive Q.
Massive Q is exactly that, massive. Looks like he's being accompanied by Harley Wonderland. Saying he's got 3 matches left. You will rarely see Massive Q outside of a 10-meter radius of some sort of food. Today it's chicken crimpy shakes. You've got to keep up your big size somehow. Being accompanied by Harley Wonderland, who we will see in action later on. Took out Mighty Mel at Parramatta. A lot of heat as well with Bo. You can see right there, straight into the base of Bo. Is that a Doctor Who reference?
And his opponent, weighing in at 115 kilos, hailing from the offices of the RTA. He's one half of the Corner Shop Connection. This is Traffic!
If you look out the window at any roadwork site in New South Wales, there is an extremely high possibility that you will see this superstar with his stop and slow lollipop sign in hand directing the traffic. He's looking to have the same effect here in the round 1 tournament match against Massive Q. He is looking to direct the course of the match in his favour any way he can. He just loves to shake the hands of all the guys in the crowd. And the guys seem to be a little bit reluctant, but eventually everybody's got to come and say hello to Traffic. I know it's a bit of an old wrestling saying, but it looks like at the moment AWF is where the big boys play. And the bell sounds as we continue round 1 of the tournament to crown a new AWF Australasian Heavyweight Champion. TNT, the former champion, unfortunately having to relinquish the title a few shows back due to injury. and he opened up the 8-man tournament to find a new champion. Something of interest I'd like to point out, that I think it's at the Campbelltown breakout. Former WWE superstar Kazani is in the tournament. It's one of those shows, isn't it? Yeah. It's in one of those shows on that weekend, which hopefully we will bring to you on New World Videos. But it's Traffic versus Massive Q representing the Freak Show. And not a traditional tie-up there as Traffic goes straight for the necklock. Massive Q has the strength and power advantage if he gets himself in the right position. Traffic knows it, and he has got to put any strength. I mean, there's an example right there. Massive Q just picking up the bulk of Traffic and throwing him across the ring like a Tonka truck. It's almost like watching one of the Giants try to fall in a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Traffic avoids a collision, and Massive Q meets the top turnbuckle. A little bit dizzy after that. That's a pure chain link underneath there. Solid steel with a small layer of padding. Off the ropes goes Traffic and an attempted clothesline, but Massive Q did not move. Couple of steps back that time. Traffic's got to put a little bit more on. Third time unlucky, although he did get Massive Q down to his knee. Now Traffic's got to focus all his strength to try and move Massive Q into position, but he stopped just long enough for Massive Q to regain himself. Off the ropes again. Oh, Harley Wonderland grabbed his leg, allowing Massive Q to come in with the clothesline. An effortless clothesline from Massive Q sends Traffic spiraling out of control. Focusing now on the back of the knee of Traffic. And a great shoulder charge. Almost like a 2-car pile-up. And the knee driven straight into the mat. And once again, focusing on that knee, it looks like Massive Q has found the part to focus on. Referee checking to see if Traffic wants to surrender. Massive Q going for the face butter lock. I couldn't quite see it because of the camera angle, but he was able to get Massive Q to break the hold. And Massive Q was not very happy. But Traffic fights back. Oh! Good kick to the back of that same knee. Massive Q now goes to the outside. He's got something in mind. What's he planning? Oh, now he's banging the knee on the apron of the ring. That is, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring. Oh, the low blow on the pole. This is not a good day to be Traffic. And now the knee around the pole again. This has turned into a demolition derby for Traffic. Harley Wonderland making a great use of herself on the outside, distracting the ref, but that was almost a pinfall, but not quite. You can see the frustration on the face of Massive Q. Traffic not wanting to surrender in any way as he now goes horizontal. No, he fought out, hooks the leg, and down goes Massive Q. Traffic is hurting. Massive Q is down. Harley Wonderland over there trying to encourage her teammate to get back into it. You can hear the words of encouragement from Harley. Massive Q is first to his feet. Traffic not far behind. Around the neck. Grabs Massive Q. He attempts to look like a choke slam attempt, but Traffic dodges! Traffic with the blows to the midsection, to the base of the neck. A slap from Traffic. Second slap from Traffic. Off the ring, close goes Traffic. And he collides with Massive Q, sending him back a step. A second collision, full-powered flying shoulder charge from Traffic, sorry. This match is getting exciting as Traffic now goes to the middle rope. Massive Q doesn't know where he is. Traffic flies and puts the full force of his fists through the top of the head of Massive Q. Massive Q back to his feet. Traffic off the rope once again. Crossbody into the pin cover. And Massive Q kicks out. The crowd are impressed. But Massive Q able to hold off the defensive of Traffic for another fall. Traffic now attempting to pick Massive Q up, and again Massive Q attacks that knee. Massive Q off the ropes. He's going in for the massive splash. Pin cover. And it's over.
In the semi-finals for this international for the AWF title, Massive Q!
Massive Q joins mint condition, as we can see here. That was the move that Traffic tried to use to end it. But Traffic did not expect Massive Q to remember that knee. And Massive Q ends it with the massive splash.
We saw Iron J. Coles take on Xander Bathory for a freak show for the Young Lions Championship. Yeah. In his cowardness, however, Xander retained the title and the rest of the freak show attacked him from behind. Luckily, Iron J. Coles was rescued by the tag team champions and my friends, the Gosford Giddy-Ups. Unite to defeat the freak show. That was awesome. And to settle the score. So may I introduce first, weighing 340 kilos combined, they are Xander Bathory, Toxin and Rigor Mortis. They are the freak show.
Now when Kazani comes to Australia, these guys will make him feel right at home. Just look at them. Including the Young Lions champions. At the last show at the AWF Dojo, Toxin left the arena in an ambulance, knocked out after his match, so it's really good to see him back in the ring and ready to go with Xander and Rigor Mortis.
And now introducing to the ring, weighing in at a combined weight of 275 kilos. They are what dreams are made of. They are freight trains of destruction. Look out, refrigerators, here's what's cool. They are the Gosford Giddy-Ups and I am J. Cole.
3 champions, 2 titles, and 0 on the line. It's a couple of numbers we've got to throw in. Referee checking Iron J and the Gosford Giddy-Ups. Definitely the crowd favourites here tonight. Looks like Max Comics having a bit of fun with the Ranger ref.
Yes. What a guy. It's about this ref.
The Gosford Giddy-Ups are just here to have some fun, while the Freak Show are here to destroy. Hopefully they'll try and prove themselves. See if AWF management will give them a shot at the AWF tag titles. Iron J looking for a shot at the Young Lions title. And we are underway. Looks like Iron J and Toxin starting things off. Getting the crowd into it. Good kick there by Toxin, starting things off, letting the venom seep into Iron J. Iron J just had a big punch to the face there. He's now stuck in the corner. The Ranger ref trying to allow him to escape. And a slap for good measure from Toxin. And Iron J now puts Toxin into the turnbuckle. The Fists of Fury of Iron J. Into the other rope. Up and over goes Toxin. Iron J in for the first pin cover. Only a 2 count. Iron J is one of the quickest and fastest guys on the AWF roster, and he is certainly showing it. Max Comic now tagged in and is the legal person as he goes to the middle rope and puts full force into the elbow of Toxin. Double team. The referee should be trying harder to get them. Separate. Where's Max Comic going now? Up and over! The Comic Con drop. And Toxin kicks out. Now here comes his tag team partner.
On your shoulder, yeah. On your shoulder.
It looks like we're going to have another team up. Bit of confusion there between the tag team champions. Toxin's now up on the Max Comic shoulder with the bomb. And another flip and roll. Pin cover! No, it's only a 2 count. Billy Flyswat's so close with the win. He puts Toxin into a necklock. Just remember, Toxin's still suffering from a major concussion and knockout about a month ago. Very slow to get back to his feet. And that seems to be where the tag team champions are focusing, the neck and head of Toxin. Because they know that is his weak spot at the moment. Toxin fighting his way out. Uses the ring rope. Good, quick turnaround by Flyswat, and he attacks the Young Lions champion. The Young Lions champion is down. And Billy Flyswat attacks Toxin's head again. Off the rope, got a reverse slingshot. Oh, hello, it looks like Max Comic got knocked off the ring rope as well. A tag by Toxin, and here comes the AWF Young Lions champion. Who's having Max Comic, putting him over the side. I thought he was going to slingshot him one way, but they reversed it and took him to the reverse. And now Rigor Mortis, who appears to have been the legal man tag, is going to take Billy Flyswat and slam him down in the middle of the mat. Pin cover, not quite. Flyswat attempting to battle back. Rigor Mortis is up, but Flyswat did not have the strength to pull through, and Rigor Mortis has just fell on top. That was an instant win. Here comes Xander. A kick from a very low midsection as Rigor Mortis has been told to leave enters the ring, and now the Young Lions champion focuses on one half of the tag team champion. Massive blows to the back of the head and the top of the neck. See Max Comic go and he's trying to get the crowd involved to help his tag team partner. Ringer ref in great position, trying to work out what's going on. Up again, and Flyswat does not have the power again to pull through with a slam, a suplex, whatever he had in mind. Both those times he did not have the strength to go through with it, resulting in his opponent on both occasions falling on him straight for the pin. And here comes Toxin once again. It's a double team. Toxin and the Young Lions champion. And now it's a triple team against Billy Flyswat. Here comes a second one. Wave upon wave of attack and destruction from the Freak Show. Awesome teamwork on their account. Toxin with the pin. Turn around, ref. Hurry up, ref, we should say. What the hell is that? And Toxin getting into the face of the referee for not paying attention. The referee, I will add, in his defense, was trying to make sure that Toxin's teammates were out of the ring, so everything was fair and balanced. Now, massive arm whack around the side of the face as Toxin picks up Billy Flyswat. Looks like almost a submission move, but not quite. Flyswat got him up, an atomic leg drop, and Flyswat is back in this match. Third time lucky. Will this be third time lucky? It is.
Come on!
Flyswat now crawling to his team. Max Comic. I&J, who got the tag? It's Max. Max Comic is in. Standing drop kick on the Young Lions champion. Rigor Morte is in. Dodge from Toxin. Elbow to Toxin. Clothesline to Rigor Morte. Clothesline to Toxin. Back to Rigor Morte goes Max Comic. Off the ropes goes Rigor Morte. A Luther's press. Max Comic has been sitting on the side of the ring for the last 10 minutes. He is ready. He is exploding. But Rigor Morte had a trick up his sleeve and he just needed the right opportunity. Rigor Morte with the powerful blows to Max Comic. Whip to Max Comic as he goes off the rope. Oh, double clothesline. Both men have the same idea. And both men are now down and out of the mat. Max Comic, Rigor Morte needs to get their tag team partners. I&J Coles is ready. Both members remaining of Freak Show are ready. They just need the tag to get in. Max Comic tags in. It's I&J's in. I&J, the fish finger guy, is in the match, and he is laying waste to the, well, he was laying waste to the members of the Freak Show. And now we've got another double team. I&J ducks! Flying clothesline! Flying double clothesline! Rigor Morte with the charge. Not quite. Rigor Morte is now outside the ring. We just missed that bit of action. And now the tag team champs and I&J standing high. I&J is going up and over. Flying crossbody on Rigor Morte. And it looks like Toxin suffered the same fate. Max Comic appears to have injured his shoulder on that landing. Great tag team action here. This is some of the best young lions in AWF. And hello, we've got all three members on the ropes. And Toxin waving the top rope, taking out all three members of the opposing team. Comic, I&J, Flyswat, all down. And now it's the members of Freak Show that are in control. In the space of 2 minutes, we've seen power change 3 times as I&J is literally turned inside out and upside down. Pin cover by the Vampire. But I&J kicks out at the last second. Much to Xander's disbelief. Thompson has one of the members over there. I can't quite see who. He's got Max Comic over on the far side. Iron J is outside the ring. Now we've got the triple team once again. Max Comic going side to side. And now, Freak Show focusing on the tag team champions. Iron J attempting to save his tag team partners by taking out Xander. And the tag team champs with a double belly to back suplex from Freak Show. This has probably been the best tag team match I have seen since leaving Queensland Wrestling. And now the Young Lions champion up on the shoulders of the tag team champions. Double attack.
Up top!
Giddy up goes the tag team champions. And now Iron J is going to the top rope. Iron J is going to fly. 2, and that's it.
Max Comic and Iron J calls Iron
Looks like there is dissension in the ranks of the Freak Show as we go to the replay. Check out the height of the Hip Hip Hooray splash. Here's another angle, up and down and in for the win with the Hip Hip Hooray. Meanwhile, members of the Freak Show continue to battle amongst themselves over why they lost.
No, what it was will be!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been to an AWF event, hurry up and get along. There are plenty to choose from. We're going Australia-wide. You never know what you're going to get at an AWF show, as the guys from Mount Druitt found out, as AWF brought out a ton of sausages and provided a great sausage sizzle. So good food, good friends, and the best wrestling in Australia.
This next matchup is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to the ring. Hailing from a suburb so fresh they call it Minto. Weighing at 80 kilos, this is mid-condition Mick Moretti.
Mick Moretti has already advanced into round 2 of the AWF Australasian Heavyweight Championship Tournament. But tonight, he goes up against a completely different opponent. Definitely a high-energy superstar, as you can see the way he runs around the ring. He's ready to go. He is in mint condition.
And his opponent, hailing from Newcastle, weighing at 80 kilos, this is Adam Hoffman.
Definitely a very colourful character here in AWF, especially with those Ultimate Warrior style tassels. A fan favourite and a contender for the title. So we got 2 high energy superstars getting ready to face off. This should be exciting. This is the second person tonight to play with the referee as the Ranger ref tries to check for weapons.
Just check it.
But Adam Hoffman is not really playing ball.
It's okay, he's a Ranger.
Preferring to do the little jive.
Alright, let's go.
And we are ready to get underway. Ref says game on. A quick handshake between the 2 competitors. Good sign of respect. Now both superstars circling the ring, getting crowd involvement. Both superstars appear to be in an awesome mood, which is a good sign for a good match. Colorado tie up by the two superstars. Adam Hoffman goes flying first. Mint condition with the minted press. And it looked like he attempted to go straight in. I told you this was going to be fast-paced. I can't keep up. Standoff. Full speed ahead. If I can't keep up, I'm not even going to try. Adam Hoffman does a quick switch around. Necklock brings him around into a submission maneuver. But he is able to kick out from the counter. And then we got another standoff. Mint condition says, well done, sir. These two appear to be very evenly matched. They know each other like brothers.
AWF.
Crowd loving it here. Great to see such a lively crowd at Mount Druitt. And Hoffman in for the cover, but Mint can, once again, I'm not even going to try to keep up. This is just a perfect example of the great high-action, high-energy wrestling you will see in AWF. Mint condition versus Hoffman, just rotating the attempts to pin each other. This looks like Hoffman was trying to do a bridging pin. And now the backslide from Mint condition, but Hoffman's able to slide out of the backslide. Attempted clothesline, and now the back crucible. I think in order to pay attention to every single move, you're going to have to put this on slow motion because these guys are stuck on fast forward as Mint condition goes flying out of the ring and onto the mats. Adam Hoffman standing high in the ring, finally showing a bit of dominance over the Mint condition, who appears to be getting just slightly a bit frustrated. And Hoffman goes over the top rope as well. Hoffman very proud with himself. Mint condition seems to be the worst for wear at the moment, but he is not going to give up like that as he is rolled under the bottom rope by Adam Hoffman. Referee was counting, they were running out of time, and Hoffman going in for the pin cover, but Mint condition kicks out again. Now Hoffman focusing on that arm and elbow. Get in for the submission. I'm just waiting for the camera to get in position so we can have a quick peek. There it is, it's focusing on the shoulder blades, forcing the arm into a position that it's not meant to go. You can see the foot tapping as Mint condition tries to build the strength to break out or even to at least stand up, which he has finally achieved. This has given him the opportunity to try and hit the midsection. Off the rope goes Mint condition, but misses. Again misses. Round and round and round we go. We're just going backwards and forwards. Flying crossbody into the pin, but not enough. So close. Once again, that fast forward button was pressed. Now with the bridging pin. Hoffman again so close to the pin. And now back to that shoulder. Back to pressing the shoulder to the mat while having it 90 degrees upwards. Mint condition was looking for the rope, looking to see how far away he was, while all this time the referee is asking him, do you want to submit? Hoffman unable to prevent Mint condition from reaching his feet, so let's throw him into a turnbuckle, using that arm as a weapon as well. And now the flare style chops across the chest of Mint condition as he goes rose red at the impact points. Now whipped into the other corner, but Mint condition goes up, Hoffman goes up, Mint condition was ready. We're now on either side of the ropes. Mint condition brings Hoffman in the hard way, but Hoffman lands on his feet. Off the ropes again, flying leg drop. But that's not going to stop mint condition as he throws Adam Hoffman over his shoulders once again. And now Adam Hoffman retreats to the ropes, but only to meet mint condition, and there's a reversal. Adam Hoffman was ready, and he hooks the leg, and around he goes. Pinfall, but Adam Hoffman kicks out.
Oh, what does it take to kill this guy?
Mint condition getting slightly frustrated now.
Come on. Want to see me go up?
Adam Hoffman signaling. He's going to go up. He's climbing skyward. And he's up and over! Twisting and twirling midair, but crashes and burns. Check out the replay and the bounce. He hit with such force that he's pretty much taken himself out of the equation. Both superstars are down. Hoffman in condition, not even moving.
7.
Needing the ropes just to stand up. Hoffman's first to his feet. And now the trading of the blows in the center of the ring. One from Hoffman, one from mint condition. And we reverse the situation. Hoffman hooks the legs and sends him over. But Mick, he kicks out once again. Mint condition, proving that he is in mint condition. And hello, the Young Lions champion's out. Harley Wonderland is out. Adam Hoffman thrown into the next turnbuckle. The charge from mint condition, but misses. Hoffman to the back, up and over. 619 style maneuver around the ring post. And now it's Hoffman's turn to go to the sky, but look out! Xander forcing the disqualification. The Young Lions champion interfering with the matchup. Why has the members of Freak Show come out? Why has Xander Bathory and Harley Wonderland decided to make their presence known? And now he's going to go bite the neck of mint condition, but Adam Hoffman is in for the save. Adam Hoffman throws into mint condition, the double team from the former opponents against the Young Lions champion. And now Adam Hoffman signals he is going up. He's going to fly, but the Young Lions champion, Xander Bathory, I apologize if I've said the name wrong, makes the escape with his title belt. And here comes Mighty Mel. Mighty Mel's in the ring. Mighty Mel with the Luther's prayers, and the next match has started instantly. Divas match, Harley Wonderland versus Mighty Mel. Mighty Mel debuted at Parramatta but was beaten by Harley Wonderland, and Mighty Mel is here for some revenge. Harley Wonderland with the arm drags, a second arm drag. Harley Wonderland just flying all over the place as Mighty Mel proves why she deserves to be in the AWF ring. This is only her second match, and Harley Wonderland appears to have gotten something in her eye. She's asking the referee to check, but it was only a distraction. Catching Mighty Mel off guard, but she kicks out. Yeah, Harley Wonderland saying, I've got the brains against this rookie. Now pulling Mighty Mel up by her hair and bringing her over back to the turnbuckle. Now using the top rope as an awesome weapon, and Bo's up. Bo being restrained by Kieran Burns. Bo has a lot of bones to pick with Harley Wonderland, and she is just itching to get back in the ring, but unfortunately the doctors have said no. So Mighty Mel is pretty much on her own against Harley Wonderland. As we see the foot to the throat in the turnbuckle. A powerful move from Harley Wonderland as she forces the air out of the lungs and throat of Mighty Mel over into the opposite turnbuckle. But Mighty Mel in with the roll-up. Great thinking there from Mighty Mel. She almost had the win. She caught Harley Wonderland off guard. She went for another flying cross bunny, but was caught and put across the knee. Another pin cover from Harley, but not quite. Mighty Mel kicking out at the count of 2. The women of AWF are here to prove that they are just as good as the men. Harley Wonderland recently appearing in Martin Place for the TNA Open call-out. Got onto a couple of TV channels as a result. But this is her home here in AWF, and she is completely dominating Mighty Mel. Focusing her attention on the neck and the head, wrapping her arms across the mouth, trying to force the airways closed, trying to constrict the blood vessels going up the side of the neck. And but Mighty Mel proving just how mighty she is. Oh no! A hair drop. Mighty Mel was about to get her comeback. That's one of the unfortunate things about having long hair. It can be used as an awesome weapon. And now Harley Wonderland going in for the finish. Get ready for the slam across the knee. The back of the neck and the top of the spine, hitting the knee, and then the Wonderland crash.
Alright.
Wonderland now looks like she's going into, she's moving around to the Bondi Crab. The Bondi Crab is locked in. Yes, it is a Boston Crab, but I'm putting a bit of a local flavour into it. As Mighty Mel is crawling to the turnbuckle, trying to fight the Bondi Crab, but she's got that little vial in her hand. It's her superpower serum. And Harley Wonderland does not realise that Mighty Mel has gotten her superpower serum as she locks the Bondi Crab in just again, but here comes the serum! Like spinach to Popeye, Mighty Mel powers up! Mighty Mel back to her feet with the power of the serum. Clothesline to Harley Wonderland. Second clothesline to Harley Wonderland. And now Mighty Mel with a massive blow to the top of the head, sending Wonderland to the corner of the ring. And now Mighty Mel goes up to the second rope. She's ready for the Mighty Mel power to be unleashed. Massive blows to the side of the head. Harley Wonderland trying to fight back, but can't even get a bearing. That serum has done wonders for Mighty Mel. But can it pull off a victory for her? This new burst of newfound energy as she goes for the Bulldog, but doesn't get it. Harley Wonderland covers, going for the pin. Mighty Mel kicks out. You can hear it in Mighty Mel's voice that the serum's beginning to wear off. She was relying on that for that instant boost of energy, but whoa, she did break out. She went in for another shot, but it didn't quite work. With the bear grip from Harley Wonderland, as it looks like she's setting up for down the rabbit hole. She's down the rabbit hole. Mighty Mel just flattened onto her face, in for the pin, and it's over.
Lose now, Harley Wonderland.
The match started without warning, but Harley Wonderland was able to come out with the victory. You can see Mighty Mel using the serum to gain that instant strength. However, it wasn't enough to escape falling down the rabbit hole, allowing Harley Wonderland to pick up the victory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our main event for the Commonwealth Championship. Mighty Mel appears to be seriously injured.
Give it up for Mighty Mel.
Theo is out there helping her friend to the back of the ring around.
Mighty Mel, come on.
Main event coming up next. Check out Down the Rabbit Hole once again. This is in slow motion. Mighty Mel just flattens.
AWF fans, are you ready? Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1, get ready because things are about to get heavy. It's come time in the evening for our main event. This matchup is scheduled for one fall. This will be for the AWF Commonwealth Championship. Introducing
all the way from the United Kingdom.
Yes! Come on!
Already not a crowd favourite. He's only been out here for 5 seconds. He's already told a little kid to... Whoa! Not very happy with the cameraman following him there, but I'm about to say he's already told a kid to shut up. Danzig has the opportunity to become the AWF Commonwealth Champion here tonight. Yeah, you're a pretty boy, aren't you? Such a pretty boy. He certainly seems excited and ready for his title bout. But he's got to contend the most dominant Commonwealth champ, the most dominant champion in AWF history.
And introducing the champion, Powerhouse Theo!
As you can see there, Powerhouse Theo currently holds the AWF Commonwealth Championship. He once again puts the belt on the line in the main event, as he is currently the highest ranking champion in AWF since the Australasian Championship is currently vacant. The intensity of Powerhouse Theo is showing, and Adam Danzig can see that as he quickly escapes the ring.
Don't start with that, I'm not a chicken. I've got to get warmed up.
You're such a chicken.
I'm not, I've got to get warmed up.
Come on, let's start with that.
Don't start with that.
You're a guy.
Speak Australian.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
I'll get it when I'm ready, all right?
Lie on the ground. Walk.
Theo's not going to kill me! He's not going to kill me! Stop saying that! Shut your mouth! All right? One match at a time!
Get in the ring. Speak Australian.
This is just one of those moments where I don't have to say anything to show what's going on. We're getting ready for the main introduction.
He's back in the corner!
The crowd are certainly hot for this match.
Touch me!
Sit over here. So we can announce.
To my left, to my right, sorry, the challenger, hailing from Sheffield, England, weighing in 85 kilos, Adam Danzig!
I'm not a chicken, I'm in the ring, aren't I? That's all I can say for you.
And to my left, the champion, hailing from Bathurst, weighing in 102 kilos, he is the current AWF Commonwealth Champion, Powerhouse Theo!
Come on! Keep your hands off me. You going on while I'm trying to match. I'm going to be taking that Commonwealth title back home, mate.
Ready, Mount Druitt?
Yeah!
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Now that's how you get the crowd on your side. It's Australia versus UK, the colonies versus the motherland.
Yeah.
Two members of the British Commonwealth going after the AWF Commonwealth Championship. Good old Queen Lizzie would be proud. It's going around in circles at the moment. The crowd seem to be calling Adam Danzig a chicken a lot. You can see why as we tie up in the center of the ring, but Powerhouse shows how he got his name, throwing Danzig halfway across the ring.
This ring's hard, man.
And we're going in for the charge. Another tie up him. Adam Danzig is once again thrown back into the corner of the ring. Not having very much success in that department, I do have to say. We're once again just circling the center of the ring. Adam Danzig not entirely sure if he wants to participate now that he's felt the full power of Powerhouse Theo. The AWF Commonwealth Championship is on the line. Adam Danzig doing some pretty good moves there, aiming for the arm, twisting the arm around. But Powerhouse Theo can feel it shooting from the shoulder to the elbow, but Powerhouse Theo reverses it, and now it's Adam Danzig's turn to feel the medicine. Powerhouse concentrates on the arm and the neck, mainly the arm. Now Danzig's reversed it. Well, down we go. Powerhouse Theo on top now, into the grapple hold. The arm's wrapped around the neck. Powerhouse Theo looking for a submission early on in the matchup, but he's not going to get it. Adam Danzig's trying to battle his way out of it, but he's not having much success until now. We're just seeing the same arm moves. Adam Danzig and Powerhouse Theo saying, if you can do it, I can do it. Adam Danzig being flipped around, and now he's holding on to the ring ropes for dear life.
Will that help?
Not bad for a convict, eh?
Adam Danzig trying to escape and recatch his breath. Powerhouse Theo's just over there in the corner saying, what's he doing? Is he here to fight or is he here to win and complain? A kick to the midsection, and now Adam Danzig is just pummeling Powerhouse. Kicks and fists to the top of the back. And now Adam Danzig grapples him around the neck. Another good chop to the top of the spine. This is where Adam Danzig wants to be. This is where he has to stay if he has any chance of winning the AWF Commonwealth Championship. Referee saying that's an illegal move. And Powerhouse Theo is trapped in the corner now. Bring him over to the other side of the row, reversed by Powerhouse, and Powerhouse charges! Running clothesline. Danzig has absolutely no idea where he is, as he is just being tossed around the ring like a rag doll, with a standing drop kick from Powerhouse Theo. You can see it in Danzig's face. Up and over goes Danzig once again, and he once again approaches the ring rope, attempting to gain himself a breather. No more? No, he wants a timeout. Well, even in the UK, there are no timeouts in wrestling. And Powerhouse Theo was distracted for half a second. The shoulders of Powerhouse Theo slamming against the steel, and when it's steel versus bone, the steel will win every time. And Adam Danzig, for some reason, is right over the other side of the ring, climbing to the top rope. Powerhouse Theo approaching. Danzig goes for the flying crossbody, in for the pin. Ref's in position, but Powerhouse Theo powers out. Now he's going in for a chokehold. Danzig's getting desperate. Pulling off the high-flying moves and the illegal moves. A lot's on the line. It just shows you how prestigious these guys consider the AWF Commonwealth Championship.
Show some respect to the motherland.
Danzig once again being distracted by people in the crowd, which is giving Powerhouse Theo a chance to catch his breath. A quick kick to the knee or midsection, didn't quite see. Was enough to send Powerhouse Theo back into the horizontal position.
And you're an even little girl.
See Powerhouse Theo's face is slightly deep red colour. Only from all the chokeholds and him trying to recapture his breath. Danzig's going to take him up and over. Suplex! And into the pin. Referee counts, but throws him out.
I'm trying to win this match.
Adam Danzig once again making communication with the referee. I tried to hear what he said, but I couldn't quite. From my position here at the broadcasting position, Adam Danzig has got to stop worrying about the people outside of the ring and start worrying about the person inside the ring. You can't win the Commonwealth Championship by screaming at the crowd members. And once again, chops to the top of the chest. And there's that boot again. A boot to the neck, forcing the chin of Powerhouse Theo up towards the ring post. It is an illegal move. Round goes Theo again. Adam Danzig trying to pull off all the moves. He's got the boot across the neck of Powerhouse Theo. Powerhouse Theo can choke here. That is an illegal chokehold, but the referee really can't do much because Danzig was distracting him enough. The referee didn't quite see it. Although Powerhouse Theo certainly felt it. And look at that little kid. He has been the noisiest person in the crowd. It's great to see the kids here at AWF Mount Druitt.
You can't control them.
Now an Irish whip going around. Bouncing from side to side goes Powerhouse Theo up and over. Pulls him down and Danzig kicks out of them. Now for the backslide into the pin. Danzig rolls his way out again. There's a good charge by Danzig, sending Powerhouse Theo inside out and to the ground. And once again, Adam Danzig is focusing all his attention to the people outside of the ring.
Shut your mouth! Stop jerking.
Pushing the referee. Trying to slowly pick up Powerhouse Theo. That's a lot of muscle on Theo, and Adam Danzig says he's about to go towards the sky. And Powerhouse Theo goes upside down and to the mat. Pin kicked out by Powerhouse Theo, and Adam Danzig is complaining to the referee. It certainly brings a true definition of the saying, whinging Tom. Because Every time a move hasn't gone right, Brent is either whinging to the crowd or whinging to the referee as he continues with the kicks. There's the boot! Powerhouse Theo saying you're not going to get away with it this time. Referee doing the right thing, enforcing the rules. Giving Adam Danzig to the count of 10. A count of 5, sorry. Good forearms to the top of the chest. Impacting on the heart and chest area. Knee to the ribs to loosen them up with this Irish whip. And look at the power! Powerhouse Theo hit the turnbuckles and bounced halfway back. Pin cover, kick out.
Okay, let's have another cross body.
Adam Danzig is probably going to try and get himself back to the Northern Hemisphere, but Powerhouse Theo meets him. This is not a good place to be, especially with Powerhouse Theo approaching. Adam Danzig really has nowhere to go. Looks like it's going to be a top turnbuckle suplex from Powerhouse Theo. He's upside down, look at the strength! He's up there, all the blood draining to the head of Adam Danzig. The strength of Powerhouse Theo showing itself, and down! Adam Danzig, get your plane ticket back to the UK. Powerhouse Theo is getting ready for the full power moves.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Theo looking like he's the first person to get back to his feet. Adam Danzig needing the ropes to get up. Powerhouse Theo is now over in the opposite quarter. He's going in for the charge and a massive, powerful clothesline. And a second one. Powerhouse is waving that right arm around because of the impact, causing a pins and needle sensation in the arm. And here goes Powerhouse again! Whoa! Flying shoulder charge into the pin cover, but Danzig kicks out at the last second. The ropes. Theo with the massive slam to the center of the ring. Powerhouse Theo has definitely come back in this matchup. Pin cover once again, and another kick out by Danzig. Powerhouse Theo beginning to think about what he has to do to put Danzig away and send him back to the United Kingdom. Oh, great one there. Powerhouse Theo just slamming Adam Danzig down on the floor multiple times. There is some leeway in the ring, but only so much. It's almost like hitting a concrete floor. And now Powerhouse Theo is going to the top rope. Powerhouse Theo with a massive leg drop, and Adam Danzig wasn't there. That has probably been the best leg drop I have ever seen in Australian wrestling. And it failed miserably because Adam Danzig was able to counter it by rolling out of the way. And now Adam Danzig with the flying drop kick from the exact same position. Pin cover, but Powerhouse Theo powers out. And once again he turns into the winged close. The crowd has certainly come alive for the main event here tonight. Danzig is trying to move to the top rope while keeping Powerhouse Theo in a necklock, but Powerhouse counters, throwing Adam Danzig right off, and there's the spear! from Powerhouse Theo. The life of Adam Danzig has just left him and entered New Zealand. But somehow he kicks out. Now massive chop there from Powerhouse Theo. Adam Danzig is not looking best, but he's going to... Oh, he hurt his hand. Adam Danzig hurt his hand. Another chop from Powerhouse Theo. Look at Adam Danzig's face. Another chop from Danzig and he hurts his hand again. Monkey see, monkey do. And a powerhouse clothesline from Theo.
That's what I call a clothesline, brother. Where do you want it?
Powerhouse Theo puts him up with the powerhouse slam. Pin cover again. No, Danzig kicks out. He kicked out from the powerhouse slam. Wow. Oh, well, we got to do something else. Danzig, I think got a low blow in there. Looked like a low blow from the reaction. Just enough to get Powerhouse out of control. Up and over the top turnbuckle goes Powerhouse. He rolls back into the ring. Flying spinning kick from Adam Danzig. But not enough to put Powerhouse away. Powerhouse Theo and Adam Danzig are simply electrifying in the main event of the AWF Commonwealth Championship. Now Danzig once again goes to the front top rope. Up and over. No, Theo changes it and puts him down. And Danzig kicks out again. The crowd are in absolute amazement. Powerhouse Theo has brought out the powerhouse move. Looked like he was going for a powerbomb again, but Danzig countered. And we're going back to the start of the match there almost. Over back to the top rope, up and over! The Danzig dog connects. And Powerhouse Theo is left looking up at the stars. Referee's got the count on. They got to do a count of 10 to either get to their feet or pull something off. Like a pin cover, for example. It's only a 2 count. Theo got the foot on the rope and the whinging Pom comes back. That was good ring skills there by Powerhouse Theo. He knew exactly where he was. Looks like Adam Danzig just got a little bit too quick with the referee. Asking what is going on. Why can't I win this guy? Here comes another spear! Powerhouse Theo with his second spear. And Danzig is in the corner whining like a little baby. Going up for the Powerhouse Bomb. The Powerhouse Bomb connects. This has got to be it. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Powerhouse Theo retains.
Winners main event and still AWF Commonwealth Champion.
Come here, brother.
Powerhouse Theo.
This is AWF Wrestling, Australia's #1 wrestling promotion. And what you've seen is the most intense wrestler in Australia today.
Well, you heard it straight from the mouth of Powerhouse Theo. He is the most intense wrestler in Australia today, and he is still the AWF Commonwealth Champion. Adam Danzig is resorted to literally rolling out of the ring after 2 massive moves, the spear and the Powerhouse Bomb. And guess where he's rolled to? His favourite people in the crowd. take you back to the finish of the match. You can see here, Powerhouse Theo sent him up for the Powerhouse Bomb. Adam Danzig knows exactly what's about to happen, and it connects, allowing Powerhouse Theo to pick up the victory.
You shut your mouth. Don't even start, and you stay in your seat. Stop putting in my face. Shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
I'm not done with you yet.
I want a drink.
Come on, Mount Druitt. How about we say goodbye to our little poppy friend?
Screw you. Stop.
Back to England for you, brother.
Get out of my face.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Spring Breakout Tour. Thank you so very much for tuning in. My name is AV, and I'll see you somewhere out there. Keep eating your veggies.